You're saying I can't do it anymore for 2 weeks and then quit? Most of you in here, you're quitters. You don't have consistency, you don't have control, you don't have discipline.
You want to be a champion, but you don't want to work like a champion. I dare you to give 120% and stop choking. Most of you won't be successful not because you can't do it, but you can't outlast your old you long enough to get to your new you. I challenge you just to give a month where you say, for 30 straight days, every practice I'm putting in 120%. When I'm tired, I'm gonna keep going. You can't buy discipline, you can't buy drive, you can't buy effort either.
No matter how hard you work, there is somebody inside of you that works even harder. No matter how dedicated you are, there's somebody inside you that's more dedicated. No matter how committed you are, there's somebody inside of you that's more committed. I'm trying to get you to push yourself to a point that you have never been to before. Because when you get to that point, you're gonna propel to another dimension of your life.
Can't nobody stop you but you. You're not average, stop acting like it. You're not average. Why you being average? You're not average. Why you being good when you're not good? You great. When you gonna step up to the plate? You're greater than that.
What could you be if you worked as hard as you could? What could you be if you imposed real discipline in your life? What could you be?
I want to see how far I can go. I want to see what I can accomplish. I want to see what I can do, what I can be, what I can have. I want to see what my life would look like if I didn't count the cost. You get to a point where you don't count the cost. You just do whatever it takes to get whatever you want. Every single day when I wake up, every minute of the day, every hour of the day, I have an opportunity to give 120%, to give blood, sweat, and tears. Every opportunity is the last opportunity. Every opportunity I have to reprove myself again, because the day you become content is the day you die. It's all or nothing. It's all day, every day. What you did last week don't count. Today is the only important day. You got 86,400 seconds in a day, and what you do today is going to determine how far you go. What do you do when 1,000 other people want exactly what you want?
Sometimes it ain't about who the most talented and gifted. When talent meets talent, talent is no longer enough. Now it's about who has character. Now it's about who has integrity. Now it's about who's dedicated, who's committed. Now it's about who's gonna show up on time. Now it's about who's willing to do extra.
It only takes one extra push-up. It only takes one extra mile. It only takes one extra grade. It only takes one extra effort. It only takes one extra something to get you to where you're trying to get to. And the goal is you gotta go a little further than the man who's trying to get what you're trying to get. You have to outwork them. You gotta outgrind them. You gotta get up earlier. You gotta stay up later. You gotta embody excellence.
So you gotta prepare yourself. You've got to develop yourself. You've got to practice. You've got to work. You've got to do your homework. You got to do your research. It's not easy, but through practice and practice and practice, practice makes improvement. And competency builds confidence. And confidence feeds into competency. See, the better you become, the more confident you feel. And the more confident you feel, the better you want to become. You can always better your best. You can always go beyond anything that you have ever done. You never hit a state of perfection. You're always bigger than what you do. You realize that you have no ceiling, that you can better whatever you've done so far. You can go beyond that. You don't become cocky and arrogant, feeling that you've already arrived, as most people have. No, as long as you're breathing, you got some more work to do. There's something else for you to achieve.
And I can tell you right now, there's going to be lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of times, in fact, the majority of the time, that you are not going to wake up in the morning and say, I can't wait. I can't wait to go get my... That's not going to happen. So you have to say, hey, I'm going to do this regardless of how I feel. I'm going to execute, even if I'm having a bad day, even if it's going wrong. Mine is getting done day in and day out. And that is the secret sauce about winning. Shift your mindset from, I got to feel like doing it, to it doesn't matter if I feel like doing it. I'm going to get it done anyway. Do you have the capacity to execute at a high standard when you don't feel like it, especially when you don't feel like it? Because when you don't feel like it is when everybody else quits. And that's when you widen the gap between yourself and everybody else. I'm competing against Joe down the street. And when he comes in on his 4 days and he doesn't feel like it, he does half-ass. But on my 4 days, I'm executing at the highest level because I've developed that skill set of discipline to do so. Over time, I'm going to widen that gap further and further and further away from that dude. And this is how the game works. It is legitimately a mathematical equation. How many days did you win? How many days did they win? It's not luck, it is math. And if you can push yourself to perform on a high level every single day of your life, regardless of how you feel, you'll look around and realize you're the winner.
I'm gonna see what I can become if I really push myself. I'm gonna decide to stop eating like I'm gonna get focused on my goals for the year. And I'm not gonna let anybody get in the way of these things I want. You can decide to stop being average and ordinary. It only takes willpower and a full commitment to changing things for yourself. You can do it.
In order to have unbelievable options and choices in your life, in your pursuit of your dream, you must eliminate them. You must shrink your focus down to one thing, one business, one focus at one time, and master it and get great at it for an extended period of time.
The irony of life is that the more you shrink your options in pursuit of your dream, the more it will open them up in your life later.
What are the things that are stealing your focus? Who are the people that are stealing your focus? You need to begin to eliminate these distractions. Get laser focused and obsessed on what you want. Be starving and hungry to get it. Be desperate to get it. The combination of desperation and hunger with laser focus over an extended period of time is the formula to be great at something.
You've got to be ruthless about it. Be a savage about your dreams. If something isn't helping you grow, if it's not adding value to your journey, then it's dead weight. Drop it.
That includes negative people, bad habits, time-wasting activities, all that. You don't have time for it. Not this year. This year is about get done, about making your dreams reality.
What's the immediate first massive action you're going to take? The very first step, it might be unplugging the TV, removing that app, throwing out the junk food, cutting out a certain person from your life. I don't know what it is, but whatever that thing is that's taking so much of your time and attention and is not improving your life, you got to get rid of it.
So get your head in the game. Turn off the distractions, the social media, the endless scrolling, the binge watching. That's not going to get you anywhere in life. You've got to make sacrifices, put in the work, grind every day. It's time to become relentless. It's time to become unstoppable. Be the savage you were born to be. And go out there and take what's yours.
You're going to have to lose something. Where you're trying to go, you might have to give up some friends. You might have to give up some opportunities. You might have to give up some stuff in order to go from good to great.
You need to develop a single-minded obsession with your goals. Eat, sleep, breathe your dreams. Every action, every thought should be aligned with getting you closer to where you want to be. It's about discipline, about pushing yourself even when you don't feel like it. It's about waking up every day starving for success, ready to tackle whatever comes your way.
And yeah, it's gonna be hard. People will talk, they'll question you, they'll doubt you constantly. But guess what? That's their problem, not yours. Your job is to stay focused, keep your eyes on the prize. Remember, you're doing this for you, not for their approval. You're building a life you can be proud of. A life where you don't have to answer to anyone but yourself.
And everybody talks that talk. Everybody talks about going to the next level. Everybody talks about changing their lives in the new year. Everybody says that this year is their year to become better until it's time to actually do the work. And when it's time to do the work, nobody wants to do it. They don't want to pay that price.
But let me tell you, the price you pay for working on your dreams when everyone else is having fun or slacking off and you're out there working hard, making moves on your goals, will pale in comparison to the price you'd pay if you decide to do what everyone else does.
You gotta be willing to pay that price of discipline up front and deal with that hard head on. It's gonna suck. And that's what's gonna make you great. Do those things that suck every single day of your life. That's how you become better.
If you're gonna get your goal, you might have to get up a little earlier. You might have to stay at work a little longer. You might have to do a little bit more than what everyone else is doing. Because those little bits of extra effort you put in is what will add up to be a monumental difference between where you've been and where you will be in the future. Enjoying more success, more money, more happiness.
And the only way you prove to yourself that you really want it is that you no longer hit the snooze button. You no longer lose focus when you're studying. You no longer take shortcuts. You're no longer playing games. You are willing to do whatever it takes, and you won't stop at anything until you get it.
One day you're gonna look back on your life and you're gonna wonder, what if? What if you really had focused harder on your dream? What if you had really disciplined yourself to make those hard decisions you didn't want to make but knew you should? Right now, you have an opportunity to get rid of those what ifs. You have the chance right now to stay focused on those things that really matter in your life and make your dreams become your reality.
Raise your standards. Your standards are the things that determine the quality of the life you're living right now. As human beings, we usually end up falling to the level of our standards.
For most people, being broke is the standard. You'll accept just getting by, just having enough, doing the bare minimum in their job.
But for some people out there, the rare individuals, their standards are to excel, to go beyond what is expected of them, to have more than enough, to not just serve those they care about, but to amaze them.
In order to get to that level, you have got to start expecting more from yourself. Stop letting yourself off the hook so easily. You know you can do more. You know you can be more. You know you have more fight in you.
So, you have got to start pushing yourself to strive for not just completion, but perfection. Doing things to the very best of your ability. Doing things better than anyone else is willing to.
You get to a point where you don't care how many hours it takes, how much effort it requires. You just do what you know you need to do in order to create results that will make your life better in the long run.
If you think you're just gonna dream big and wake up to everything being perfect, you're wrong. Life's gonna knock you down again and again. It's gonna test your dreams, pushing you to see if you've really got what it takes. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna strip you to your core, but it isn't meant to break you. These trials are there to show what you're made of, to push out the real you. It's there to push the greatness that's on the inside of you out.
You need to be sick and tired of feeling like a loser, and you got to start acting like a winner. A winner doesn't slack off. A winner doesn't do the bare minimum. A winner does whatever it takes to win, no matter the cost.
Those winners in life embrace challenges. They don't shy away from tough situations. They see them as opportunities to grow stronger. Where others see obstacles, winners see stepping stones to victory. They tackle problems head on without any hesitation because they know that overcoming challenges is what makes them better.
I want you to control what you think about and fill your mind with positive thoughts. If you don't choose what to think about, life will choose for you. Pay attention to how you talk to yourself and believe that you are more than capable. You were meant to do this.
Start planning for what you want because you expect to achieve it. You expect to win. You expect to create a life of greatness for yourself.
If you want to achieve your goals and make your dreams come true, don't do it half-heartedly. You got to go all in. You got to put in more effort and energy than ever before.
You need to wake up and realize the amount of effort you're leaving on the table and all the possibilities you have right now to become more. You can do, be, and have so much more than you do right now, but you got to see that for yourself, because until you do, you're not going to change anything.
I want you to go find out what your life could look like if you stopped paying attention to the cost of every action you're making and started paying attention to the possibilities for working harder. What would your life be like if you started to force yourself to work more hours, to study harder, to do more reps? Question yourself on this, and then go do everything in your power to go find out.
like your life, change it. You got the power to change the dynamics of your life. You don't have to just take it. Just like whatever it is, no. Do not accept that. If you always do what you've always done, you're gonna always be where you've always been. Disruption is having the courage to break out of the box. Break out of the box of normalcy. Break out of the box of complacency. Break out of the box of your comfort. Success is not a comfortable procedure. You gotta become comfortable with being uncomfortable. If you ever wanna be successful, you can't have a new life until you have the courage to disrupt your old life. As long as you won't disrupt what you told yourself you deserve in this world, you will never have an opportunity to walk into what is possible for you.
You gotta start with small steps. The journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. So work on the immediate steps you can take right now today to move yourself forward. Forget about tomorrow. Forget about what happened yesterday. What are you gonna do today to positively create momentum in the direction you want to head?
You need to be patient and engage in consistent action. Big changes don't happen overnight. Your dreams and dream life is like planting a garden. You plant the seeds, water them, and wait. It takes a lot of time and consistently caring for them and nurturing them for it to grow. So you gotta keep feeding your dreams, putting in the daily efforts to step toward them. Slowly but surely, your efforts will pay off in the long run. But you have to give it time and attention.
Each little change you make in your life adds up and starts to make your life different. When you do this, you're planting seeds of opportunity, and with time and care, they'll grow into pivotal life experiences that will change you as a person and increase your abilities.
Your belief in what you're doing, the effort you're putting in, the dream you're chasing, the belief you have for that vision of your future has to be so strong that it blocks out everyone else's disbelief. You get to the point where anyone else's opinions or judgments on what you're doing bounces right off you and has no effect on the moves you're making.
They keep talking and you keep working. They gossip and make jokes and you keep working. They keep focusing on everything and everyone else and you keep working. And years from now, they'll look over at you and your life and realize that they have nothing left to talk shit about. Because while they were focused on tearing other people down, people like you were focused on building something great of your own.
When your life gets hard, you gotta decide to stand up for yourself. Fight back. Don't let bad thoughts or what others say stop you. Tell yourself you can do it. You can handle it. You're gonna get through it, and nothing small will stop you.
The key is to keep your focus inward. Work on improving yourself, chasing your dreams, and building your future. Let your success and your achievements be your response to their disbelief and negativity. Remember, true winners focus on their own lane, building their path to greatness, undeterred by the distractions around them.
And you have to remember, everyone makes mistakes when trying new things. Mistakes are okay. They're how you learn, how you develop. What's important is that you keep going, keep trying, and don't ever give up. You'll fall flat on your face so many times. People will laugh at you. They'll make fun of you. But as long as you keep trying and keep getting back up and going at it, you'll be the last one laughing, because you will make more progress than those other people ever will. Every time you try something different and go at it again, you're one step closer to the life you want.
So you gotta go for it. Dare to disrupt your old ways. Believe in yourself and the amazing things you know you can do if you really tried your hardest.
Life happens. Things happen out of your control. Now you can either respond to that in the way you should, or you can let that mess you up. It's not what happens to you in life that determines your future. It's how you respond to what happens to you that determines your future.
I fail over and over and over again in my life. And that's why I succeed. You get to make a choice. Is failure going to break you, or is failure going to make you? You get to decide. Failure doesn't. You're not finished. If you're alive, you're not finished. No, you got another gear in you. So everybody, I can because I'm capable. I will because I'm strong. I must because they count on me.
It's going to take everything in you that your life deserves the concentrated effort to begin to look at how is it that I can express more of me? How is it that I can bring my ideas out here now? Don't allow that inner doubt in you to talk you out of it, to build a case on why you can't have it, to tell you why you're not good enough. You ignore that inner voice and all of the external voices. Don't judge the possibilities for what you can do based upon the circumstances, because the circumstances won't determine who you are. Don't determine what you're able to do based upon your resources. Don't determine what's possible for you based upon where your life is right now. Where your life is right now is not you. That's just what it is right now. If you're coming back from adversity and devastation, it's unlimited of what you can do. When you're uncommon, get ready for the criticism. When you're uncommon, get ready for the opposition. When you're uncommon, get ready for the common people not to understand you. When you're uncommon, have uncommon ways. Get ready for people to try and block you and conspire against you.
That person who was your hater, they thought they defeated you. That person who told you you'll never amount to anything, they thought they defeated you.
Use it for fuel. Use them for energy. Put them on the mental Rolodex in your mind. And when you don't want to do, roll through your brain. Pull up that you need. That person who said you couldn't do something. Use it for energy. Instead of killing them with kindness, torch them with success.
Oh, you're being unrealistic. You're dreaming. Yes, I am dreaming. So a lot of people have stopped dreaming. Don't you stop dreaming. You are powerful. You direct the power in your life. Whatever your life is right now, it is a duplication of your consciousness. It's a result of how you have decided to use your power. And you've got the power to change that. But you don't know what has happened to me. It really doesn't matter what has happened to you. The only thing that really matters is what are you going to do about it? I can become upset, nervous, weak about it, or I can say, it's okay. Make it okay. If it becomes hard, then do it hard. But many of us just stop dead in our tracks. I don't know what to do. You do know what to do. You've got genius in you. Challenge yourself, push yourself, make yourself come up with something. See, the universe responds to the man or woman that refuses to be denied, because that is your commitment. That business that you want, that book you want to write, that dream that you have of controlling your destiny, that is yours. That's available to you. But you've got to be willing to stand there and face disappointment, not have support, feel lonely, doubt yourself sometimes, be rejected again and again and again, and refuse to turn around until life gives it up. Nothing can resist a person that has that kind of commitment.
A lot of things are going to happen that will catch you off guard. You're going to make a lot of mistakes. You're going to have a lot of failures. You're going to have a lot of struggles. You're going to feel dumb and ask questions and don't know what to do or where to go. And that's part of growing. That's part of the experimentation process. Because when the tough times come, and they're going to come, when life hits you on the blind side, and that's going to happen, or someone you thought you'd be married to for the rest of your life, and they decide they want a divorce, called life.
It's the panic of the pain that breaks most of us. You weren't expecting it and it threw you off, and that's what broke you.
When you're going through, what do? You don't stop there. You don't stay there. You want to spend the rest of your life there. You keep going. You put one foot in front of the other.
If at first you don't succeed, you're normal. Nobody succeeds at first. Successful people simply see failure as a temporary setback. There is no comeback without first a setback.
You don't know what you can take until the pressure is applied to your life. You don't know what you can endure until people stab you in the back and walk away from you. You don't know how much courage you have until you've been under fire and under struggle and under tribulation. It's when all breaks loose. That's when you get to see what you got.
If you ever go through something, hold your head up. If you ever make a mistake, hold your head up. If you ever do something and everything goes wrong, life catch you on the blind side, hold your head up.
And sometimes you think you know how it ends, but what if it's not over yet? What if it's not over yet? What if your best days are not behind you? What if everything that you have been through can serve a greater purpose? What if a generational curse was being broken through your battle?
It's not over.
I'm still here. I'm not dead yet.
Oh, it's not over yet. Don't count me out yet. That which does not kill you will make you stronger.
Life will always be, to a large extent, Not what circumstances will make of it, not what other people will make of it, but what you make of your life. That's what your life will be, not what other people say it will be, not what the environment will try and dictate to you. No, what you make your life. When you hold on to your dream, don't let anybody kill it in you. Just hold on to that dream when it doesn't make sense to anybody, including you sometimes. Just hold on.
If it gets hard, you tied not around yourself, you double tied if you have to, but you hold on.
See, it's easy to be on the bottom. It doesn't take any effort to be a loser. It doesn't take any motivation, any drive in order to stay down there on a low level. But it calls on everything in you. You have to harness your will to say, I'm going to challenge myself. Sometimes I have to pull myself out of bed and say, come on, Les. You got to learn to stand up to yourself inside yourself and short circuit, override that conversation that's always going on. 85% of what that conversation will tell you is negative. It's negative. It will tell you you're tired when you really are not tired. It will tell you you can't do it. It will fill you with fear. So you've got to watch that conversation. And when you find it going on, you've got to stand up to it and say, I'm going to do this anyhow. I'm afraid, but I'm afraid not to do it. And I'm not going to let you stop me.
This is not a question of if you can get to the next level. It's when. When are you going to blow up? Don't worry about if. You know you can do it. You know it's within you. You know you have what it takes to get to that next level. The question is not if. The question is when. And I had to hold on. I had to persevere. I had to tell myself, you can do it.
There's a reason every successful person is successful. They got themselves to a point where they expect to win.
When you get there, you gotta walk in it. You gotta walk to the job interview like you know you got it. You gotta sit down and take that test like you know you're about to lick it. I need you to expect it. You're gonna pass this thing. You have to stop accepting the reality of other people, and you gotta accept your own reality. I walk in my reality. I don't walk into other people's limitation because you can't do it, because you can't see it. It doesn't mean it can't happen. I expect it. I expect to be phenomenal. I don't expect anything else but phenomenal. Failure is not an option.
And you have to have patience. You gotta have the ability to wait stuff out, to hold on and hold out. Embrace the I don't mind waiting mentality. If it takes 6 months, if it takes a year, if it takes 10 years, I am going to wait it out. You gotta have that patience, that fortitude to say, even when you don't see physical evidence, when you don't see any external activity, any external outcome, you still believe you could get it done. It is the ability when you have a terrible day to wake up the next day and act like ain't nothing happened. And you get up and you pursue it as if you're starting all over again, as if you got a chance. This too shall pass, like every storm that has come to you. Every single storm, this too shall pass. You don't have to be perfect. Your circumstances don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be born in a perfect environment. You don't always have to do the right thing the right way for you to get to prosperity. You don't have to be perfect to get to the place where you want to be in life. All you got to do is be willing. All you got to do is try. All you got to do is put forth effort.
You want to get out in the field where the action is, and you will be amazed. After the struggle, there will be a calm period, and things will begin to click for you. Come out here with what you got. You don't have enough money? Don't worry about it. You got the dream. Just go out there. It's possible you can get what you want. It's necessary. If you want it, you got to go into action. You got to be willing to experiment. You got to be willing to fail and to succeed. But those of you that are willing to focus your energy on your life, on what you want to create, as you focus on something, as you go into action, as you hold that thought in consciousness persistently, you begin to develop the consciousness to manifest and create all kinds of things. You will begin to realize powers and abilities you have. You will realize you have miracle working power in you.
You keep going. You keep studying. You keep writing. You keep singing. You keep rapping. You keep boxing. You keep fighting. You keep dribbling. You just keep on keeping on. It's your life. Nobody else owns it. You are the captain of your ship. You are the master of your life. You can have it. You can do it. You can be it.
Our minds are morphing from minute to minute if we let them.
Either you control your thoughts or the world around you does. Either you're taking charge of where your life goes or someone or something else is.
We are losing control. If you don't take control, we live in a society full of sharks. This world is run primarily by sharks. And I promise you, if you don't become one, they will eat you alive. Right down the area you know you most need to take control. Like right this second, I know this is the area that's gotten out of control. I'm getting up and watching that program I shouldn't be watching. I'm drinking that stuff I shouldn't be drinking. I'm going places I should. Write down right now the thing that you just like for real, lost control. Cut it off. Your cell phone, cut it off. If it's not helping you, cut it off. Do what you're supposed to do. You ain't no boy no more. No more playing after today. Anything that's not in alignment with your dreams and your goals, let it go. You're not a victim. Take control of your life. Every single thing in my life, I gotta have control of it. I gotta take control. And so I gotta go to bed at a certain time. I gotta wake up at a certain time. There's certain things I can't eat, certain things I can't watch, certain things I can't do.
We think, according to psychologists, 40 to 50,000 thoughts a day. So now you want to begin to hone in on your thoughts. Keep an eye single. You want to focus. You want to begin to discipline yourself to control your thinking.
All you gotta do is look in the mirror. All you gotta do is deal with yourself, and then we're gonna get to a whole other level. I want you to go look yourself in the mirror, and I want you to vow. No more excuses. From this day forward, I'm not just gonna be getting pumped up. I'm not just gonna be fired up. I'm about to start applying. The difference between people who talk about it and people who do it is one simple word: application. They hear it, and they don't just hear it, they digest it, and when they digest it, boom, they do something with it.
Put the pressure on your brain, on your thoughts, on how you're thinking. When you learn because you are actively engaging your brain and processing information and making it part of your usable knowledge, taking it to apply it to a problem and solve a problem, that is the game changer.
It's about hardening your brain. It's about making you a mental weapon. It's about getting in control of all the shit that holds you up, that is throwing life up, that exists in here in your brain. It's about building confidence, building grit, building fortitude, building self-esteem, building discipline, all that you thought other people just had. It's about building all those things within yourself. How different would your life look if you had it? Would look completely different. Your entire life. The house you live in will be different. The car you drive will be different. Job will be different. Everything will be different. That's the difference between hoping you get somewhere and knowing you're going to get somewhere. That's the difference between dreamers and doers. It's the difference between I could have been or I am. And it all starts with taking control of the days that you seem to be out of control.
Stay plugged in. Keep this thing sharp. Never lose your edge. Never.
You have to be willing to push through discomfort. You have to be willing to grit it out. Nothing that you're about to try or do or achieve that is worthwhile is going to be comfortable for you during the process of creating it.
The transformation for betterment. Knowing it gets worse before it gets better. Consistent, every day. Dedication, due diligence, sacrifice. It's not supposed to be an easy sail of life. No change for the betterment ever is.
You're too emotional about it. And so there are times where you feel it and you electrify. And there are times when you don't feel it and you cut it off. You gotta move you. If you get to a point in your day and you down and out and you exhausted, you can stop right there and change the mood. You control your feelings. You saw something that threw you off, well, see something that throw you back on. Be very intentional and very deliberate about moving yourself.
Control the things you think about. You can control how you feel. You can control what you think. And you can definitely control what you do.
Do what you say you're gonna do. How much better would the world be if more people did what they say they're going to do? Equate not staying focused with massive pain and discomfort. Create strong visual images of what will happen to your life if you don't do what's most productive at every given moment. If we don't feel discomfort, we'll get lazy and stop doing what we know we must do. Anybody can stay excited for a day, a week, a month, a year. A winner stays excited for however long they need to stay excited.
If you're the kind of person who can decide what I'm I'm gonna do is I'm gonna control the things I can control. I'm gonna control my diet. I'm gonna control what I can drink. I'm gonna control my workouts. I'm gonna control what I do on a daily basis, on what I read, what I put in my brain. And you start developing these mentalities about how to function properly in a progressive way while the rest of the world is in chaos. Let me tell you something. You're gonna become the most bulletproof on the face of the planet, because no one will ever be, because it doesn't matter what's going on outside of your brain, outside of your body, you're in control. And that is peace of mind, is where happiness comes from, is where fulfillment comes from, is where infectious confidence comes from.
I need you to decide today, without anyone else around, who are you going to be, what is the plan going to be, and what's life going to look like from now on. And you're going to attack.
Reset your brain, reset your habits, reset your life.
Every successful person has the habit of doing the things failures don't like to do.
Successful people do what they have to do, whether they feel like it or not. It doesn't matter how you feel. It doesn't matter if you're tired. It doesn't matter if you're overwhelmed. You find out a way to overcome that challenge, and you make that happen.
Productivity is never an accident. If you do it on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, every single day, if you keep grinding, you will make your dreams a reality. But you gotta be obsessed with it.
I need you to know that the stuff that you want, millions of people want the same thing you want and will never get it. So why, you, and how? Only one way. Total immersion. Become a freak. Guys, I want to crack you open, and I want to see that you're crazy, because only crazy people make it.
Why are you staying on the basketball court so much? Because I'm trying to get it. Why are you out there practicing in the hot sun when ain't nobody else out there? Because I'm trying to get it. The more weird you are is a reflection of how committed you are to focusing on your molding and shaping and developing your ideas and your craft, so that when it's time for you to make your rounds, you gonna fly.
I used to be upset because I wasn't getting where I wanted to get to, and then I realized you're not devoted to it. You're not giving 120%. You need to devote, which means you get all your energy, all your time, all your resources to a specific thing. You cut everything off. Focus.
Dive into something with more passion, with more dedication than you have ever done in your entire life.
You need to work the hours no one else is willing to. You need to study harder than anyone else is willing to. You need to put more effort in on that project than anyone else would even think to. Because you're not aiming to meet people's expectations. You're aiming to amaze them. You can only become the best by outworking everybody else. Your level of dedication determines how far you will go.
You have to develop yourself and keep improving your game when everybody else is taking time off, relaxing.
It is the days you don't feel like doing it, but you look at your wife, you look at your kids, you look at the country, and you realize that I am where I am because of other people's sacrifice. I gotta get up and make it happen, even though I don't want to get up and make it happen.
To live the life only 1% of people do, you have to do what 99% of people won't. If you don't like where you are right now, turn around and look at what you've done. You built every single step to create this. No accidents. Just taking the easy road too many times, not getting up, not going for that extra rep, putting that extra mile in, the little inches of life that add up to be first place or forgotten.
The only thing you do for success is sweat, it's tears. There are no shortcuts to success. Stop thinking there are. And stop wanting people to put you somewhere you didn't earn. You want the lifestyle, but you don't want to earn it. You gotta earn this. There is a price tag to greatness. You will have to work for every single thing you get. And you gotta work every single day. I need specifics. What are you doing on Monday? What are you doing on Tuesday? What are you doing on Wednesday? If you're going to get your personal freedom, you gotta go get it. You gotta go earn it. They ain't giving it away. The dream is real, but the lifestyle is realer. You want your dream to go on sale, it's never gonna go on sale. But if you want to be average, they giving the average out. They got discounts on goods. But if you want to be great, you gotta pay. You gotta pay sweat. You gotta pay tears. And you gotta pay every single day, every single time. There are no shortcuts to greatness. To be great, there are no days off. You cannot cheat success. You gotta work for it. You gotta breathe it. You gotta sleep it. You gotta eat it. You gotta put forth 120%.
It takes dedication, it takes time, it takes effort, it takes obsessive, compulsive, ridiculous amounts of effort. I realized I was on the right path because it stopped being easy. I'm tired, but I'm not gonna complain because this is what I signed up for. So I'm gonna smile with goddamn tired eyes and realize everything I'm doing on a daily basis is for a reason.
You have to want it enough to give your all for it. There are no free lunches in life. You eat what? Don't expect anyone to give you anything. I'm not the best and I'm not the brightest, but I have the heart and the drive of a champion. The question is, do you?
In this world, you're gonna have trouble.
Life can be heavy. There are moments when the weight of the trials we go through, it feels unbearable. Pain can linger, and oftentimes we wonder whether we're ever going to feel whole again.
And the world will tell us if we're under something, like under pressure or undervalued, or we're under different areas in our life that are making us uncomfortable and it feels isolated and dark, that's the place where you should give up. That's the place that you should stop. You should go ahead and give up on that dream. You should go ahead and not study for that no more. You're always gonna live in this community. Your mama's broke, you broke, and look at it. The thing you thought was gonna make you wealthy, it just died. But know this, the place that is dark, that is lonely, and sometimes where the pressure of life is on you, that's the place that is making you.
That's where the growth takes place. That's where the work is. That's when life really reveals itself. And that's when you discover your true identity.
Under does not mean over. And if you find yourself under pressure, undervalued, what it looks like is not what it is.
This failure, this catastrophe, if you aren't dead, then it's just psychological. It's in your head. As long as you don't surrender, as long as you don't give up, as long as you don't quit, then you haven't failed. It just means you've made a temporary tactical retreat. It means you've made a brief withdrawal so that you can regroup and reattack. As far as I'm concerned, if you get beat, unless you're dead, you are not defeated. And you have not failed. What you've done is you've learned. You've gained experience.
Sometimes you have to take 2 or 3 steps back just to go forward again. Sometimes you might have to get a part-time job just to keep things going until you get back on track again. It's okay. It's happened to the best of us. It's all right. It won't break you. It only introduces you to yourself. But during those times, there was something in me that said, don't stop. Don't give up. Just keep on keeping on. And I decided that I wouldn't stop.
I want you to hold on. It may not happen in the time that you think is going to happen, but I want you to know something. If you quit, it's never going to happen. If you quit, if you give up, if you stop, if you do not persevere, you will never see it. I didn't get here through academics. I got here because I refused to quit. What, you gonna go through all this pain and quit? You gonna go through all this suffering and stop? You've come too far to quit now. You should keep going. You should keep going. You already in enough pain. Get a reward for it. Where you are is temporary. You will not be there for the rest of your life.
There's no guarantee that because somebody is now down on their luck, they can never come back. Who can guarantee that you can't make it? That you can't have your dream? Who can guarantee that you can't do what you want to do? No one can predict that. You don't know what the possibilities are for your life. You know the human spirit is powerful? There's nothing as powerful. It's hard to kill the human spirit. Give yourself a chance. Give yourself a fighting chance. Whatever you go after, whatever you say, this is your stuff, pursue it passionately. Let there be a deep hunger in you that you won't be denied. And that when things happen, that they won't immobilize you, they won't deplete your energy, that you look at it and you observe it, but you know there's something in you that's going to take you to the top, and that this is only a temporary inconvenience. That's all it is. Nothing more can't stop you. Something as powerful as you cannot be contained. Don't go through life feeling like you're powerless. Victims are people that are powerless. You're not powerless. You are powerful. You direct the power in your life. Whatever your life is right now, it is a duplication of your consciousness. It's a result of how you have decided to use your power. That's all it is. That's not who you are. That's just a perverted use of your power that you aren't satisfied with. And you've got the power to change that. Wherever you are. How? I don't know. But I know you've got the power to do that. But you don't know what has happened to me. It really doesn't matter what has happened to you. The only thing that really matters is what are you going to do about it? You can allow it to destroy you, or you can allow it to build you up. You want something? You make up your mind. My life is worth whatever I have to do to come back again. I know that it's not going to be easy. It's going to be extremely challenging. But I know I got what it takes to do this. And yes, it's going to be hard, it's going to be difficult, and you get more no's than you do yes. But when you hold out, things will begin to happen. You won't even understand how.
When you don't give up, when you don't let it break you, it breaks you through.
Most people today give up too soon. They haven't learned steadfastness. They haven't learned perseverance. They haven't learned endurance. The ability to handle pressure, the ability to keep hanging on and hanging in there when things go bad.
And every day just looks the same and feels the same. Now I get the feeling like this is endless. Now I get the feeling like maybe these chains are never gonna break. This storm is never gonna cease.
Why did I take this job? Why did I make this move? You start second guessing yourself. You start doubting yourself. You start filling yourself with feelings of failure. Like, I can't do this. You lose your confidence. You start feeling like you're a failure because of the frustration and fatigue. How do you handle failure? How do you react when your plans collapse? How do you react when it's taken longer than you thought? It's more complicated than you thought. And you start doubting, do I even have the ability to do this?
You want to give up, you want to fall down, you want to turn around and run with everybody else, you're going to question yourself. You're going to say, is this really making much sense? All of that will create you into a certain kind of person. Experience the rejection. Experience the hard times. That's how you grow. That's how you develop yourself. That's how you begin to appreciate what you get. When you're working on a dream, at some point in time, a transition takes place. And the transition is what you are becoming in pursuit of the dream. Because even if you don't get the dream, you become such a strong and powerful person because you've now developed yourself in such confidence and such competence in how to deal in the arena of life that you can move into another area and not miss a beat. Once you begin to discover who you are, then you really realize how you have been given authority and dominion over everything on the face of the earth. But you can only do that through the struggle of life. I don't care who you are. I don't care how many defeats that you've suffered. What if you don't get there? If I don't get there, I have enjoyed the journey. It's okay. But you've got to make up your mind that whatever it takes, I'm going to do it, that you deserve it, that you want it, and won't do without it.
Sometimes it takes losing your everything just to show you there was nothing that you ever needed in the first place. Sometimes it takes losing everything that you think you need just to show you that there's something better for your life. Your greatest setbacks will set you up for that major comeback. Sometimes you have to lose certain things to gain better things. Sometimes the best way to add to your life is to subtract from it.
When you're facing those rejections day in and day out, don't say, I had a bad day today. Say, I had a character building day. What did you learn? What did you get out of that day?
You can't spend your time worrying about the failures, worrying about the mistakes. If you sit there worrying about the mistakes all day, you take away time, you take away energy from doing what you're supposed to do. You're not going where you're supposed to be going. And what you gotta do is learn to play through the haters. Play through it as if it doesn't exist.
unless you attempt to do something beyond that which you've already mastered, you will never grow. So you've got to put something out here that you can't reach easily, that has got to make you stretch, got to make you jump for it, got to make you get back a little bit and dig in so that you can take a leap for it. And maybe you jump up there and you miss it and you skin your knees and you come back again and you bust your lip next time. But you keep on, and through that process, you learn how to leap higher. You start challenging yourself to dig deeper, and then you discover some things about you that you don't know right now. Some talents that you have in you that you didn't know that you can do.
I don't know everything. I have not accomplished everything. I'm not where I want to be. I'm still learning. I'm still growing. I'm still trying to get better. You got to position yourself and stop pouting. Stop crying. Stop looking at what other people are getting and look at what they're doing. And if you start doing it, you'll start getting it. You don't get out of life what you want. You get out of life what you earn.
If it's not working, it doesn't mean that it doesn't work. All it means is that your approach isn't working. And so now you've got to become more creative. Now you've got to go back to the drawing board. Now you need some more coaching. Now you need some more direction of what you need to do to take some corrective action to get you on the path. How do you know it can happen? You know because others have done it, so it's possible that you can do it. And what is necessary is that you work the system, that you take the coaching, take the directions, look at the people that are doing it, that are successful, and emulate them, and it'll work.
Even if you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel, even if you have no evidence to support that position, even if no one else believes that you can do it, even if the odds are stacked against you, even if your chances of survival are slim to none, say to yourself, no matter how bad it is or how bad it gets, I'm going to make it.
What do you do when you feel like giving up? When you feel like, I don't have the energy to go one more step. I'm just going to chuck it. I'm going to give up on my marriage. I'm going to give up on my job. I'm going to give up on my dream. I'm going to give up on my health. It's over. I'm done. Finished.
What do you do when you don't know what to do? And the things you should do, you don't do. And the things you shouldn't do, you do. It just seems like that my life is in shambles. It's a disaster. Nothing's working. What do you do? How do you get out of that? We all have shortcomings. We're all going to make mistakes. We're going to experience some disappointments and some failures. Why? That's a part of it. It goes with the territory of being a human being.
What do you do when you have no external motivation? It's about the internal. What do you say to yourself? How are you going to fire yourself up? What's that flame inside of you that keeps you going?
There are times you're going to want to give up. There are times you feel deserted. People will lie to you and you're going to run out of resources. That's a part of it. But that's how you grow. That's how you learn from life. So whatever you're experiencing right now, it has not come to stay. It has come to pass.
Look for the lesson in it all. You will grow through what you go through. The question is, are you willing to go through it?
So I want to honor all the workers in here. The person that shows up, the person that grinds from the bottom and hits their rock bottom and still goes on. The person that's in the car wiping tears off their face and then still accomplishing the mission. Because I'm telling you right now, you might not feel it now, you might not see it now, but it's going to pay off in your life.
Failure is not falling down. Failure is staying down. I fail over and over and over again in my life. And that's why I succeeded. You get to make a choice. Is failure going to break you or is failure going to make you? You get to decide. Failure doesn't. You get to decide if I'm going to be rich, poor, mediocre, happy, sad. You have a decision to make, but you have to claim it. You have to expect it. You have to live your life with the expectation that great things are coming your way, that your thoughts can create things.
You gotta be able to see it when it cannot be seen. You gotta see it in your mind's eye. You have to see it happening. You have to see yourself writing a book before the book is finished. You have to see yourself graduating even though the teachers are telling you that it's not going to happen. You gotta see it, because if you can't believe in it, you will never manifest it. But when you believe in it, you demand the universe to assist you in what you're doing. Before I leave this earth, the vision got to be done. That no matter what you're going through, you ain't gonna switch up. I'm telling you that you gotta be possessed with the vision.
You have to defeat the enemy. It's not the people online who don't like you. It's not the people that are judging you. It's not your past. It's not your circumstances. The enemy is an internal voice in you that's telling you that you're not good enough. The enemy is that fear. Even when your back's against the wall, you still say it's all. Even when you don't even have it figured out, you take what you know and you move forward with your life. Stop running from it and run to it. You don't quit. You don't give up. Stop running. Stop running and face it. Stop running, stop crying, stop running, stop giving up, and you go take the fight to them. Go to the heat. The sooner the heat, the sooner the dream. Because your success is on the other side of the problem. Stop running from your pain and embrace your pain. Your pain is going to be a part of your prize. I challenge you to push yourself. Go get it. Don't run from it no more. Go get it. You gotta take that thing out. You gotta take the breath out. You gotta go get it.
When you taste these finer things of life, all the pain, all the work, all the sacrifice to get them is well worth it. If anything, it's a small down payment for the price and the reward you got. And once felt, how do you ever turn your back on it? Stop running from the potential of what you can be, guys. It's inside of you. It's always been there.
You set the tone for your life. Life happens to everybody, but winners approach it like victors and losers like victims. You're not a victim. Stop talking about I can't, I quit, I don't think I can make it happen. It's impossible. Stop talking like that. Stop cursing and start believing. And the only thing stands between your success, the only thing stands from you doing what you know you've been called to do. The only thing is you. Nobody can stop you. You're the only person that can stop you. So stop talking like a victim. Stop thinking like a victim. Stop acting like a victim. And walk into your destiny. Walk into it. You sitting there hoping things gonna get better. You gotta work. This don't happen on its own. It's brick by brick by brick. Where do I start? I don't know. Take a spot and go get it. You can start the process right now of turning it all around by getting up and getting to work. Life will tempt you to become bitter. Age will make you bitter. Because during age, you collect enough experiences to become cynical till after a while, you don't expect anything good to happen because you've been through so many bad things that if anybody comes knocking at your door, you're predisposed to think it's something evil. You have to be careful lest you become bitter. Either your troubles make you better or they make you bitter.
We mature with damage, not with the years. You gain wisdom from your wounds. You will grow through what you go through, but you must be willing to go through it.
Don't you give up on your dream. I don't care if you don't have the money, you don't have the help, and you don't have the family for it, and you don't have the background for it, and you don't have the friends for it. Don't you give up on your dream. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. It may take you twice as long. You may have to take courses and classes. You might not read as fast. You might not move as quick. You might not have as much. But don't you quit.
The days that break you are the days that make you. Every time you go through those dark times and you fight your way through to the other side, you're getting stronger.
It takes courage to be successful. It is far easier not to be successful. It takes courage to be exceptional. It takes courage to be wise. It takes courage to be educated. It takes courage to be knowledgeable. Because the moment you do it, but you don't talk like you forgot where you came from. Look at you, talk that. It takes courage.
Is it easy? No, it's not easy. It's not easy living your dream. It's not easy reinventing yourself. It's not easy sticking to and focusing on your goal. It's not easy being happy in the midst of a great deal of negativity. It's not easy to remove people from your life that are no longer good for you. And when you experience defeat and failure again and again and again, it's not easy to pull yourself back up and start all over again. It takes a great deal of courage to face yourself and say, no, my life is not what I want it to be, and I can change. That's not easy.
It takes guts. You got to dig down deep to gut it out. Keep on going again and again and again. You've got to believe in yourself. You've got to believe in your abilities, your ideas, unquestionably. No, it's hard. Yes, it's hard. It's difficult. And it's worth it. It doesn't matter what it costs. I'm not going to rest until I have it.
I'm going to do it. And if this is the price that I must pay, then so be it.
When you make up your mind, making up your mind is powerful. Some of us, we make up our mind and say, we're going to stay in this. I'm going to stay in this mess. I'm not going to go back to that, or I'm not going to quit, or whatever the situation may be. You got it done. You found a way. You created a way. You prayed a way. So when you make up your mind, it's over.
You gotta already make up your mind before you get to cancer. You gotta make up in your mind before you get to that exam and pass that exam. You gotta look at it before you even get to it.
So you gotta be positive, you gotta be excited, you gotta be confident, you gotta be tough. You can be positive or you can be negative. You can be happy or you can be sad. You can be a winner or you can be a loser. Well, folks, I made up my mind. As long as there's a breath left in me, ain't nobody or nothing gonna make me quit. Ain't nobody gonna make me give up. Ain't nobody gonna make me negative. Dadgummit, I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna be happy, and I'm gonna be positive.
You have got to change the way you think. It is the whole determining factor of where you go in life. We are all where we are today because we thought ourselves to this position. If you don't like the position, think yourself out of it. Change your attitude, you change your altitude. No matter what your hardships, no matter where you came from, no matter what your parents did, no matter what your teachers told you, you can learn to expect winning.
So what your mama told you you can't do it. So what your daddy told you you can't do it. So what your teacher told you you don't have what it takes. You don't walk in their reality. You don't live in their reality. Learn to live in your own reality. You walk with a certain confidence when you know you expect to get all A's. You expect to be rich. You expect to be healthy. I don't care what the doctor says. You expect it, and when you expect it, that's what happens.
It's my journey. Nobody decides how I live. Nobody decides my life. I'm not a victim. I'm a victor. It's my journey. This is your journey. You're not a victim. It can end the way you want it to end, but you gotta grind like you want it. You can grind your way through it, or you can grind your way through it.
You know the most priceless environment that you own? Your mind.
All the other people you see that are successful, all the other people who are building multi-million-dollar careers and lives and businesses, they've all figured out one thing. They know how to get themselves up and moving when they don't feel like it. And it always comes down to discipline.
Discipline is the ability to give ourselves a command and then follow it.
And some of you, there are things you like. You are like a slave to you. You are a slave to some of your vices. You are a slave to some of the things you like. You have absolutely no control.
It's all on you.
What we're going through, how your body feels, nobody cares. We got to do our job.
I just beat me. I don't give about nobody else. I just beat me. I'm in a battle with the only person that I really want to fucking beat, and that's me. If I can continue to outdo me from the day before, then I'm ahead.
I want you to see how far you can go. And that's all it's about, yourself. Through discipline, through self-discipline, through tons of repetition of the same thing that you don't want to do, you develop mental armor for your mind. Your mind's like, okay, we suffer every day. It's what we do. We do stuff that sucks every day. So then when the suck stuff comes, you're ready for it. So every day I'm fighting where the mind wants to go.
Everybody likes the idea of success. Everybody wants to have millions of dollars in their bank account. But going out and doing those things, going out and going through the day-to-day actions of building that, you don't love that idea. You like the idea of success as long as it's easy, as long as it doesn't take you having to do things that you don't feel like doing when you don't feel like doing them.
So what's your excuse? Is it too cold where you live? Is it too hot where you live? Does it rain too much? Maybe that's your excuse for not being better. If you're allowing people and things and situations to have space in your head, you're losing.
You have to understand that your greatest commodity, not your shoes, not your car, not your clothes, it's your mind. Your mind is the most important thing you have, and you gotta control it. You need to be aggressive. You need to be demanding. You need to be decisive. You need to be in control. You get control when you stop letting life control you. When you get to the point where a tragedy or a trial don't make you cry, you still gotta go through life.
If you wake up and you feel like you're having a bad day, you gotta learn to control your emotions and don't let your emotions control you. You're not a child anymore. You drive your emotion.
You have no control over rain, no control over the snow, no control over the temperature, but I'm asking you to control what you can control. You can control going to bed. You can control getting up. You can control being on time. You can control going to class. You can control showing up. You can control doing your homework. You can control your attitude. You can control being nice. You can control doing what you say you're going to do when you say you're going to do it. You want to be a winner and you want to stop losing? I'm telling you, stop being lazy. Stop waiting for it to come to you. You got to move you every single day. If you get to a point in your day and you down and out, if you get to a point in your day and you exhausted, you get to a point in your day and you're not feeling it, you can stop right there and change the mood. Nothing controls you. You push you, you move you, you control your feelings. Nobody control your mood. You saw something that threw you off, well, see something that throw you back on. You in 3 and you got 6 gears, but you're accustomed to 3, you're accustomed to 4. I challenge you to push it to all the gears you got. Give it everything you got.
Why don't you just make this the last day of your entire life that you ever tolerate mediocrity ever again for yourself and make a real decision to change? Because that's what champions do. They make lists of what they're going to do, and then they do it.
If you tell yourself the truth, and the truth is, I'm not happy with where I'm at. I can do more. I can be in better shape. I can work harder than I'm working right now. I can do much better than I'm doing right now. If that's what you believe, if you believe that to be the truth, you won't have to find more discipline. Discipline will find you. It will wake you up in the morning when nobody's watching. In those early mornings, when it's dark, it's wet, it's cold, you feel tired, you feel sore, it's warm on the couch, what do you do then?
I know everybody ain't gonna do what I'm gonna do. This is how you level up. I know there's a whole bunch of people with that right there. That fires me up. That brings joy to my life right there. Because I know there's so many people that have the ability and just refuse to get off that couch. Refuse to study a few more hours. Refuse to go deeper, to go further. And that's where I gain the advantage.
No one goes the extra mile and keeps going.
I feel like this next generation that's coming up, they seem like a bunch of pussies to me.
It's so easy to be great nowadays, my friend, because most people are weak. Most people don't want to go to that extra mile. Most people don't want to find that extra because it sucks. It's miserable. It's lonely. Now I thrive in that. That's the only place to be.
There's never been more opportunity than there is right now. If you're a savage and you get out there and you grind hard and you want it bad enough, you can run all these guys over, man.
I was never the strongest guy. I'm not the fastest guy. Not the smartest guy. But I will work. And I will work hard.
I'll never be in the Olympics. I'll never be a professional athlete. But still I grind. I fail at most things I do. But still I grind. I don't want to do half the shit I do. But still I grind. And that one day, you see me down a dark alley, running at 1 o'clock in the morning, know one thing. I was grinding.
I will be up when my competitor's asleep. I will be up when my enemy is curled up in bed. I will be up getting after it.
If you can't right now, there's no one looking, man.
If no one was looking, I had a chance to sneak in some extra work.
To do a little bit more while no one's looking. They'll think I'm better than I am.
So I recommend you do that right now. No one's looking, you're home alone, do more!
Do I like the long hours? No. Do I like having to watch a game at 3 o'clock in the morning? No. But I have to be prepared because I'm addicted to the result.
If today you never say good enough, tomorrow you'll always have enough. Championships aren't won in the theater or the arena. They're won in the thousands of hours in the training room, the labs, and the 5 a.m. runs, and the training, when everyone else is sleeping. That's when it's won. The heart of a champion is a light switch that's always on. It doesn't go on and off when someone's watching. It's constant. Champions aren't found on the podium with their hand up. No, champions are found in the lab studies with thousands of hours of hard work when no one's watching. That's what makes the will unstoppable. When you're here and no one else is, and you're pushing yourself harder than anybody with no one around. It's how you look at something. If your name's attached to it, that you do it right, the best of your ability every single time. If you're dusting your countertops, do you dust around the picture frame, or do you pick the up and dust the entire thing? Do the job right or don't do it at all. That's the same person who has his hand raised on the podium one day.
How you hold yourself in the small things of life. Build the character-winning blocks of the things that we're remembered for. And it begins now with no one looking. How you hold yourself. How you see yourself. What do you do when nobody's watching? If you do it then, I guarantee you'll be doing it when everyone's watching.
Execute, execute, execute. And that's what people don't do. They don't execute. Making a freaking plan is the easy part. And you have to understand, if you don't execute on the plan, if you don't get up in the morning when you're feeling tired, scared, if you don't execute, you're not just cheating yourself. You're cheating your family. You're cheating your employees. You're cheating your team. Whatever you're a part of, it's bigger than you, man.
Nobody wants to do it. That's the thing. When you look at someone and you say that man or that woman has something that I don't have, nobody woke up with it. They got it from showing up every day and execute. And especially when they don't feel like it. You think that this just happens. You think, I'm going to show up, I'm going to put in my time, and then I'm going to be rich. And that ain't what happens.
Everyone's always looking for other people to do stuff for them. Stop looking for help from everybody else. It starts and ends with you.
You've got to do more. You've got to become valuable. You've got to understand that what you get paid to do is the minimum. And everything on top of that is your investment in your future. So if you're going to stand out, don't do the same thing that everybody else is doing.
Separate yourself. You playing against other teams and you doing exactly what they're doing. Separate yourself. Stop doing what they doing. If you stop doing what they doing, you're going to be a champion. Stop following. No more following. No more doing what everybody else is doing. Set the doggone standards. It's time for y'all to set the standard. If you decide that my life deserves my developing this what I do well and becoming the best at it and mastering myself and seeing what I have within me, I grant you that your gifts will take you places that will literally amaze you. All of us need some area of our lives where we can have a feeling of competence. That people know when they think about this area, that's something you do. That you eat and sleep that. And that you do that. You do that. And people know it. If you begin to work to develop your gifts, you'll develop a strong sense of happiness. You'll get a larger vision of yourself. The harder you work, the harder it is to surrender.
Everything you do it like this is the last time you're gonna do it.
If you're in bed right now and you're rolling around, you can't fall asleep, get them. It probably means you haven't done an honest day's work to earn that rest at night. I can put an honest day's work in here like more than anyone does in a week. And no one sees it because it's supposed to be that way. This is the means to the ends. It's not the ends. And you're not in here to get an achievement. You're in here to pay your dues so later in life you never wonder what it.
You know what you got to do to get to paradise? You got to fight like get to paradise. The ones that can fight, the ones that come back, those are the ones that succeed. Those are the icons of the world. There's many legends out there. There's very few icons.
Do I want to be here right now? No, I don't want to be here right now. I'm much rather be home watching the game. But later down the road, I don't want to always watching the f***ing game. One day I want to play the game. So by being here now ensures that I'm not going to be a spectator for the rest of my life. That's why I love the f***ing pain and progress.
It is the process of the grind that shapes you and forms you. It's not the game. And that's why most of y'all get beat in the game or make mistakes in the game because you think grinding is what happens when the sun comes out. You think grinding is what happens when the lights come on. You think grinding is what happens when people get in the stage. That's not grind. The real grind is in the dark when nobody sees you. When nobody knows what you're doing. When you studying without coach. When you putting in those extra reps. When you watching those videos and you getting inspired. When you change your music. It's the process that makes you sweet.